Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make stovetop mac and cheese. Now, I can hear some people saying, yeah, duh, it's called KD. But this is not KD. This is actual mac and cheese, like you would do in the oven. But I'm doing it on the stove for people that, wait for it, don't have an oven, okay? Because there was a point in my cooking career in my younger life when I didn't have an oven, okay? And that's the thing a lot of people forget, you know? Depending on where you are, certain dishes are like closed to you. Okay, like that's really great. It's like when you see them do the pizza on the, oh, you just need a wood oven that fires at 600 degrees. Like, yeah, no, sorry. Or the smoker in the backyard, you know, or for people that don't have a backyard. Anyways, back to this. So I'm going to show you how to make the sort of two-way. I'm going to do first like a normal creamy one, and then I'm going to let it keep cooking so it crisps on the bottom so you can kind of fake that oven thing, okay? And everybody loves crispy cheese, right? Well, a lot of people do anyways. So get a big pot of water about 2/3 of the way up on high heat and bring it to a boil, covered. When the water is at full boil, take your pound of macaroni. This is a 2-pound box and there's half left in here. Now carefully, see, it's going to boil up. If you put all of it in at once, it might boil over. Leave that on full boil. Very important, do not cover the pot, okay? You're tempted to do this to get it to boil faster. It's going to turn into literally a hot mess in a minute. Stir it up to make sure that it's not stuck to the bottom of the pan, and wait for it to come to a full boil again, and then start timing it. Now, because you're going to be cooking it further in a sauce on the stove, you want to double the cooking time with it, especially if it's imported pasta like I've got. If you got some like crappy stuff, maybe not double, but more than the box says. Macaroni's fully cooked, so I'm just going to drain it. If you're stuck for cooking utensils, you could try to make it in the pot. I have done that. The sauce doesn't come out as well, quite honestly, and you have to really clean this first. So just give that a quick rinse. Let it drain, get the sauce going. If you've never made a cream sauce before, make sure that you've got all your ingredients at hand. Okay, you're going to need equal parts of butter and flour. I got a 1/4 cup each here. Now, I've tried this with less and more milk. 2 cups of milk is the absolute minimum, but you're going to have a very dry sauce. I'm doing 2.5 for this to give us more flex. It's a personal issue. Now, I found the the most economical cheese I could find for this to show you that it works, and it's a 320-gram pack of medium cheddar. Feel free to use better cheese if you want, but I'm just showing you that if you're on a budget, you can still make something really nice, okay? With a cold pan. Start it on medium heat. Get your butter in there. It helps to break up the butter with the spatula so it melts faster, because you want the flour in there as soon as all the butter's melted. You don't want it to get too hot so it doesn't burn. So when all of it's melted and it's just started to sizzle a little bit in a spot or two, put all the flour in at once. What we're doing here is making a roux, which is the basis for all cream sauces. Now, there are cheats you're going to read about using cream cheese and whatnot, and yes, they will work to a degree, but it's not going to be the same thing. Now, if you're new to making sauces, I advise you turn down the heat on the pan a little bit at the beginning, because what's very important here is that the flour cook, but it not burn. And if you've got your heat up too high, you're going to burn your roux. And if you see it go like dark toast brown, just chuck it and start again, because else it'll ruin your dish. Okay, so when it's nearly ready to go, I turned it up a little bit there, not too much. You can see it all bubbling along. So when it looks like that and smells like cookies, because it is flour and butter, get your milk, put a little bit. Now you'll notice how quickly that cooks up. Watch this. This is just going to glob together. Then you can add a bit more. It makes another mass. And a bit more. See, what you don't want to do is dump in all the milk at once, because if you do, instead of it being incorporated into the mass, it will just break up into chunks. See, now it kind of looks like mashed potatoes, which is good. But if you throw it in all at once, it'll just break up into lumps, and then you'll be chasing lumps. Now, there is a trick to that at the end. You can always strain your sauce, which is what professionals do at fancy places like hotels and restaurants, to make sure there are no lumps. But we're home cooking here, so a lump or two there, whatever. Now, you will note I actually do have a few lumps, but I don't mind because the cheese is going in. And stirring up the cheese will help to get rid of the rest of it. So just dump all of this in at once. I usually grate my own, but I did this from a pack just to show you that you can actually just do this like this. Once the cheese is in, it's very important to keep stirring constantly until it's melted. Oh, the cheese sauce is lovely, melted. Looks like something you'd recognize there, except it's homemade. Funny that, eh? Okay, so now put your macaroni in carefully. Now, you definitely want to turn the heat down on this. For this bit, you do not want to be chasing your macaroni if it's on higher heat. And if you're going, this looks just like the stuff out of the box, why are you bothering? The answer is one word: taste, okay? Because this has not got any chemicals in it. This is the real deal. It's just cheese, flour, butter, and milk. Once the sauce is completely mixed in, you should easily recognize this. And there's two ways you can go with this. Either if you like it creamy, whatnot like this, you can just serve it up like that. I am going to go for the crispy thing, so what I'm going to do is turn it up to medium. Do not put this on high. Medium is more than enough. And just have a little patience and watch it. We're nearly there. I took the lid off, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm going for here. So what I'm going to do is just get it from the side and go underneath and turn it over. See that lovely crisp bit there? This is how you fake the oven broiler thing in the frying pan. Okay, so yeah, that's good. I'm going to turn the heat off now. Any residual is going to be enough to crisp the bottom, and I'll serve it up. So there it is, my stovetop mac and cheese. And I mean, you know, I just plated it up this way so you can see the crispy bits on top. You can taste them, even if I'd mixed it all in. And obviously, if you want to just let it crisp up as to your heart's content. Now, you can see the consistency is still good and creamy. Just, oh, it smells so good. So I'm going to have a bit there. Oh my. Yeah. That's great. Feel free to mix it up with any kind of cheese you like. So that's how I make stovetop mac and cheese. Give it a shot. See you again and subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.